Okay, doggies, welcome to another cooking show. Today we're gonna make, I have some chicken here. This is from actually a whole chicken, which I seasoned with my seasoning sauce. I added some salt, some black pepper, and we're gonna just add a little bit of soy sauce to this. Jeez, man, I'm like terrible on that. Some Worcestershire sauce. My pouring skills suck. And some oyster sauce. This one, well, you know, I can actually drop it in. I'm gonna mix that up. And we're gonna use the pot. Some oil. We got some brown sugar here. So I'm gonna actually put the brown sugar in now. And you have to make sure it's really granular. And the amount you put actually depends on the taste. So I'm actually putting a little extra. And it's gonna become really, really black. And I'm gonna start that up and we'll put the camera on. You can see how I actually put it in. We're gonna actually add potatoes to it too, which I already have here, pre-cut. I got my little rice cooker here going. You know, I don't really like to use a rice cooker, but it's so much easier. So that's how we're gonna put it off. Let me put all this stuff away because I don't need it anymore. And because I use my seasoning sauce, which you guys have seen in earlier versions, I actually don't need to add anything else. Okay, doggies, here we go. We're gonna start this. We're gonna make some stewed chicken. Got the potatoes here. Chicken, I season with some soy sauce, and oyster sauce, and my special seasoning. In here I put the brown sugar. Now I just turned the stove on, so that's got to heat up. That's got to go black. Then we're gonna add it, and we'll go from there. It'll probably take a minute, I think, or more than a minute. Just turn it on. But you're gonna see what happens with the brown sugar. Now, when you put the brown sugar in, you gotta make sure it's all, there's no clumps or anything, because that'll actually make a real problem when you're cooking. So we're gonna wait for this to heat up, and then you're gonna see what happens. Then I'm gonna add the chicken, and once the chicken starts going, and this chicken here, this was a whole chicken actually. It's just cut up in pieces, like there's breast, there's every piece you want. That was actually half a chicken, because it was a big chicken. It was pretty cheap. So this is gonna heat up, and you're gonna watch it. And I shouldn't actually be using the spoon. It's got water on it. It's gonna make a problem. I get another spoon. Oh, I can smell it. It smells so good. So let's mix up the sugar a little bit. And what we want the sugar to do is become black and start to smoke, like you're making a fire. So if it doesn't, it's not going to taste the same. Let me take a minute or two. There, it's starting. We're going to see how it starts. I guess they call this caramelizing. Maybe a proper word, but no. Okay, so the sugar is just starting to melt. It's going to stick now. It's starting to stick to the spoon. It's not what we want, but keep mixing the sugar so it turns black. It's still on the spoon. And look at your sugar. It's starting to melt. That's what you want. Still on the spoon. Now it's starting to smoke. There, you see? That's what you want to see. You keep mixing it. Now it's going to turn light brown. There we go. That's a light brown. As soon as it starts to turn black, which is starting, it's starting to smoke. It's got to smoke. Okay, it's turning black. There she goes. There, she's black. I just did that because I don't want to splash. Here we go. You add the chicken. And mix it up. Now that's the sauce one. Now let's let this get to a fry. Take another minute or so. Oh, it smells so good, man. So we're gonna let this get to a fry. And you want it to actually boil down a little bit. Because you want that sugar, it's actually gonna stick to the meat. Okay, we're gonna do that for a second. I'm not gonna add the potatoes yet, but I will check on my rice and the rice cooker, which seems to be doing fine. So now you notice the chicken is getting some color, but not all. So that's why you need to boil down, so all that sugar actually sticks on it. So it gets a nice brown color. This is what you want. And we're gonna see a little bit later how it turns out. Okay, so the chicken essentially came to a boil, and you know why? When you look at the legs, see they're starting to get smaller already. Let me find them. See? These are starting to shrink, so you know the chicken is cooking. So I'm gonna add my potatoes. Give it a little mix. Okay, that's my rice. Give it a little mix. So you want the potatoes. When the potatoes are cooked, the chicken is essentially done. You don't want to overcook chicken because it tastes really like crap. So we'll get those potatoes in there. I'm going to add just a little bit more water because I know that's going to go down. Just to cover the potatoes. That's going to go down. Now it is on high, so when the potatoes are done, the chicken is done. So I'm just going to cover this up, and we're going to let it cook for about 10 or 15 minutes. Because you don't want undercooked. Like I said, you know, that's the whole chicken. Got that. I got legs. I got wings. Let's see, the wings are. Oh yeah, got a wing there. Oh, actually, that's the lucky bone. I forget what you call it. Wishbone. So I got the lucky part of the chicken. There's the wing. So we're going to just let this boil down a little bit. When the potatoes are done, the chicken will be done. Let me actually taste it. Lovely. Lacking a little bit of salt, but I can always add that after. I'm going to actually add some pimento, which I didn't have. And some scorpion. I do freeze these. The reason why, when you freeze them, it's easier to cut. And you don't get it all over you. So I'll add some of the roux veg. some pimento here. That's from Trinidad. Add a little more spice. Like I said, it's frozen, so you just shave it. Actually makes a big difference. You shave it on. That'll provide a really, really, really nice taste. You don't want to get it all over your kitchen, but you do want to shave it. Like I said, if you don't freeze it and you're doing this, it's this way is better. That way you just need a shaving. You don't have to put a lot. So we added that in. Now she's starting to boil. And just let her go. See, like I said, you know it's cooking because the meat goes down. So we're just waiting for the potatoes to finish. We know that's cooking, that's almost done. So the rest will be pretty much very close. And let's try to taste that. Lovely. So let's let that cook.